Okay, today is May 18th, 2024. I couldn't sleep last night. Um couldn't fall asleep. Kept singing, kept feeling like I was probably needing to get up and read or talk to the Lord. So, um I'm going to give you the events in the order that they happened. Okay. Um I felt the urge to get up and do communion. I got up, grabbed my Bible, and grabbed my things for communion. Okay, I grabbed a piece of bread, like a little piece of bread, and some grape juice, and sat with my Bible, prayed, and then spoke to the Lord um, about the communion, and took the communion, and then was led to Daniel 10. Okay. This was at 2:46 a.m. At 2:46 a.m., I was led to Daniel 10, verses 16, 17, 18, and 19. I'm going to read those really quick. I'm sorry, the allergies are getting me today. And behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips. Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, by the vision my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength. For how can the servant of this my Lord talk with this my Lord? For as for me, straightway there remained no strength in me, neither is there breath left in me. Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man, and he strengthened me, and said, O man greatly beloved, fear not, peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened, and said, Let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me. Okay. Then that was a confirmation for the communion being strengthened in remembrance of what he did for you on the cross and his resurrection. Okay. Then I felt the urge to keep reading. So I read verses 20 and 21, and then chapter 11, all of chapter 11. Okay. I'm going to read that to you, and then I have a word from the Lord. Like I said, I'm going to do this in order. Okay, so Daniel 10, verses 20 and 21 now. Then said he, Knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia. And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Gracia shall come, but I will shew thee that which is noted in the scripture of truth, and there is none that holdeth with me in these things, but Michael your prince. Chapter 11. Also I, in the first year of Darius the Mede, even I stood to confirm and to strengthen him. And now will I show thee the truth. Behold, there shall stand up yet 3 kings in Persia, and the fourth shall be far richer than they all. And by his strength, through his riches, he shall stir up all against the realm of Gracia. And a mighty king shall stand up, that shall rule with great dominion, and do according to his will. And when he shall stand up, his kingdom shall be broken, and shall be divided toward the 4 winds of heaven. Some reason that reminded me of the 4 angels holding back the wind on the 4 corners of the earth in Revelations. I don't know why. And not to his posterity, nor according to his dominion which he ruled, for his kingdom shall be plucked up even for others beside those. And the king of the south shall be strong, and one of his princes, and he shall be strong above him, and shall have dominion. His dominion shall be a great dominion. And in the end of years they shall join themselves together. For the king's daughter of the south shall come to the king of the north to make an agreement, but she shall not retain the power of the arm. Neither shall he stand, nor his arm, but she shall be given up, and they that brought her, and he that begat her, and he that strengthened her in these times. But out of a branch of her roots shall one stand up in his estate, which shall come with an army, and shall enter into fortress of the king of the north, and shall deal against them, and shall prevail, and shall also carry captives into Egypt their gods, little g, with their princes, and with their precious vessels of silver and of gold, and he shall continue more years than the king of the north. So the king of the south shall come into his kingdom, and shall return into his own land. Bear with me, keep listening. But his son shall be stirred up, and shall assemble a multitude of great forces, and one shall certainly come and overflow and pass through. Then shall he return and be stirred up even to his fortress. And the king of the south shall be moved with choler, and shall come forth and fight with him, even with the king of the north, and he shall set forth a great multitude, but the multitude shall be given into his hand. And when he hath taken away the multitude, his heart shall be lifted up, and he shall cast down many 10,000s, but he shall not be strengthened by it. For the king of the north shall return, and shall set forth a multitude greater than the former, and shall certainly come after certain years with a great army and with much riches. And in those times there shall many stand up against the king of the south. Also the robbers of thy people shall exalt themselves to establish the vision, but they shall fall. So the king of the north shall come and cast up a mount, and take the most fenced cities, and the arms of the south shall not withstand, neither his chosen people, neither shall there be any strength to withstand. But he that cometh against him shall be according to his own will, and none shall stand before him. And he shall stand in the glorious land which by his hand shall be consumed. He shall also set his face to enter the strength of his whole kingdom, and upright ones with him. Thus saith he do. And he shall give him the daughter of women, corrupting her, but she shall not stand on his side, neither be for him. After this shall he return his face unto the isles, and shall take many, but a prince of his own behalf shall cause the reproach offered by him to cease. Without his own reproach he shall cause it to turn upon him. Keep reading with me, okay? Then he shall turn his face toward the fort of his own land, but he shall stumble and fall and not be found. Then shall stand up in his estate a raiser of taxes in the glory of the kingdom. But within few days he shall be destroyed, neither in anger nor in battle. And in his estate shall stand up a vile person, to whom they shall not give the honor of the kingdom, but he shall come in peaceably and obtain the kingdom by flatteries. And with the arms of a flood shall they be overflown from before him, and shall be broken, yea, also the prince of the covenant. And after the league made with him, he shall work deceitfully, for he shall come up and shall become strong with a small people. He shall enter peaceably, even upon the fattest places of the province. And he shall do that which his fathers have not done, nor his fathers' fathers. He shall scatter among them the prey and spoil and riches. Yea, he shall forecast his devices against the strongholds, even for a time. And he shall stir up his power and his courage against the king of the south with a great army, and the king of the south shall be stirred up to battle with a very great and mighty army, but he shall not stand, for they shall forecast devices against him. Yea, they that feed the portion of his meat shall destroy him, and his army shall overflow, and many shall fall down slain. And both these kings' hearts shall be to do mischief, and they shall speak lies at one table, but it shall not prosper, for yet the end shall be at the time appointed. Then shall he return into his land with great riches, and his heart shall be against the holy covenant, and he shall do exploits, and return to his own land. At the time appointed, he shall return and come toward the south, but it shall not be as the former or as the latter. For the ships of Chittim shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return, and he have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice. Reminds you of Revelations, correct? And they shall place the abomination that maketh desolate. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But the people that do know their God shall be strong and do exploits. And they that understand among the people shall instruct many. Yet they shall fall by the sword, and by flame, by captivity, and by spoil many days. Now when they shall fall, they shall be holpen with a little help, but many shall cleave to them with flatteries. And some of them of understanding shall fall to try them, and to purge and to make them white, even to the time of the end, because it is yet for a time appointed. And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, little g, and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, and shall prosper till the indignation he be accomplished. For that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any God, for he shall magnify himself above all. But in his estate shall he honor the God of forces, and God, whom his fathers knew not, shall he honor with gold and silver, and with precious stones and pleasant things. Thus shall he do in the most strongholds with a strange God, whom he shall acknowledge and increase with glory, and he shall cause them to rule over many, and shall divide the land for grain. Okay, this is the book of Daniel, and it's all about revelations. Okay, what's going to happen or what's about to happen. And the time of the end shall the king of the south push at him, and the king of the north shall come against him like a whirlwind, with chariots and with horsemen and with many ships, and he shall enter into the countries and shall overflow and pass over. He shall enter also into the glorious land, and many countries shall be overthrown, but these shall escape out of his hand, even Edom and Moab and the chief of the children of Ammon. He shall stretch forth his hand also upon the countries, and the land of Egypt shall not escape. But he shall have power over the treasures of gold and of silver, and over all the precious things of Egypt, and the Libyans and the Ethiopians shall be at his steps. But tidings of the east and out of the north shall trouble him. Therefore he shall go forth with great fury to destroy, and utterly to make away many. And he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in this glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Then I took pen to paper, and this is the word I got. Bear with me because I'm trying to read my handwriting. Thus saith the Lord God, your Jehovah, great is the misery of men. For a time such as this, arise, all who are called, stand up before the Lord your God. Behold his might and glory. You have turned away from that which I called you, who are made white, justified through the blood of the risen sacrifice, the name above all names, Jesus. Cleave, hold, steadfast. Time is coming and is at hand. Wait for it. Be strengthened. I am the one who has called. I am the one who has found. Your breath is my breath. Your heart is my heart. Fortified, strong, hold fast. Wait on me. I do not delay. Promised, faithful, and true. Blessed, beloved, mine. That was given at 3:11 a.m. May 18th, 2024. I then laid down and asked for confirmation because I did not want to go against God and make words my own, thoughts my thoughts. All glory to him. And I'm not used to writing down. I've written down something before, but not used to. I get words and sentences in other ways. And so I was asking, Lord, help me to understand and make sure this is you. And I got Mark 1:8. I have baptized you with water, but he will baptize you with the Holy Spirit. And now I'm going to give you a dream that I had that I think pertains to this without making this video too long, or else people won't watch it. Okay. I was on a river, like a lake, but it felt like a river, but and I was on a boat and I was facing the drivers. There was two people driving. There was a person to my left. I was in the middle and a person to my right. It felt like there was probably like 5 people on the boat and then the drivers. Okay. And the drivers weren't really caring that they were knocking or trying to knock people off or how they were going. So I was trying to get my kind of like, your sea legs, trying to hold on like position so we wouldn't fall. And I was holding onto the people around me, like, no, no, this way. Like I was grabbing them because they were about to fall out of the boat. And we went under an underpass. There was an overpass over the channel of the lake we were in or something. Okay. And then the lake opened up and there was more boats already sitting there waiting. And it seemed like men and women. And they were sitting there to watch, kind of just watch. Felt like not judges, but judges and just to watch. And our boat pulled up to a big whirlpool. And it was a man-made whirlpool because I could see underneath that there was a big kind of like one of those things if you go to the wave pool at a water park and that big thing that makes the waves underneath the water, but it was a suction. It was a big suction that was sucking you down. Okay. And it made a big whirlpool on top. And they were all in safety, the other boats, and they were just surrounded about like in a half moon around this whirlpool. and our boat went up, and I knew that we were in some kind of game, like for a TV show, like you watch those adventures, like, oh, okay, if you pass this, you keep going type thing, if you keep making it through or something. Um, and I didn't want to play anymore. I wasn't playing anymore, and I got out of it. Um, but the other people stayed in the boat, and they were going to have to get at one at a time. They were getting into this waters with the whirlpool, and they had to not let the whirlpool take them down. Don't get sucked down. And I got into my own little boat, and I had the what do you call it, a rudder engine going, so I could move. And I took my anchor and I threw it over so that I wouldn't get sucked back into this whirlpool. And I had to pull up my anchor and redo it. And I kept looking at these people on the boats, just watching the destruction, and they were fine with it. They were fine that these people were going to be lost. And they had to get in one at a time. And I was like, I need to get further away from this whirlpool. I need to get away from this. I need to get further away before it sucks me in on my boat. And so I pulled up anchor and I went around the people that were sitting in their boats watching. And I was in the back of them, off to the left a little bit, like further off away from them. And there was a small little whirlpool there. And I remember not being afraid of that little whirlpool, but there was a small little one there. Um, and then all of a sudden, there was this young girl with me that is one of my daughter's friends from high school. So I'm not giving names or anything, but um, she was about to get into the water. It was her, like she was in the water. She was about to get in the water, and um, I was telling her how not to drown, how not to be taken down by this whirlpool. And I was like, I know it's pulling you, because I got in the water a little bit and you could feel it pulling, like you put your toes in a little bit or your leg, and you could feel it pulling toward the middle of the whirlpool, trying to take you in, take you down, destroy you, right? And I was trying to tell her how. Um, so I got in the water, I guess, a little bit with her, and then I was back on my boat. And then I was trying to tell her, like, no, just hold on, because on the outskirts of this little whirlpool where I was like training her to go take on the big whirlpool or something that she was facing, um on the outer part rings of the whirlpool, there was a pillar, like a wooden, like you would think like a pier pillar, or something, like a little dock, little pier, but it was off my boat. Okay, so it felt like my boat, but it had a pillar. And I was like, just hold on. Just hold on to the pillar. Just hold on to the pillar. Hold on to the, I don't know what you call it. All I can call it is a pillar, like a dock pillar into the water. And I was like, hold on with everything you have. Just hold on. Keep going. Just hold on. Don't let it take you down. Just hold on. And then I woke up and I started talking to my daughter about this dream a couple hours later. And the revelation that I started getting was it's the world, it's the deceptions and the end time deceptions and all deceptions throughout life, that you're in this game and you're letting people play with your life, and you're in this game. And some of us have been called, like, we've been called out of it, like, get out, let the world go, get out of the world. Don't let it take you down. The devil seeks to kill, steal, and destroy, and he's trying to take you down in everything, in mental illness, sexuality, drinking, drugs, destroying yourself. You're not pretty enough. You're not thin enough. You're too skinny. Everybody thinks you're ugly. You're never going to make it. You're never going to amount up. You're never um, good enough, pretty enough, wise enough. Um, uh, you don't have, others have. No one likes you. Like everything, just everything. Get out of it. It's just your whirlpool. It's the whirlpool. Get out of the game. Get out of the game of the world. The game of the world is created by the devil that wants to take you down. That's not God. That's not Jesus. That's not Jesus. And I was trying to show her, so I believe that I was trying to tell her, like, just hold on to Jesus. Keep looking at Jesus. Don't go back into the world. Like, get further away from that bigger whirlpool if you need to. Like, don't go back into it. Um, don't be pulled back in to this game. Keep looking at Jesus and hold on. Hold on to the pillar. Hold on with both arms. Cleave. I think that this dream has a lot of confirmation with the words in the Bible I was given, and then the word that he told me to write afterwards. Just hold on. Keep your eyes on Jesus, not on anything around you. Keep your eyes on Jesus. Hold fast.
Jesus, you deserve the praise. Worthy is your name. Worthy is your name.